Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Yes, people, and welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We are here for a bit of a debate. We are here to decide who is the best right back at the moment, who is the best current wing back, because Cancelo can play both wings and all of that. He's been playing on the left this season, but we're going to work out on who is the best, right? That's just simple. This ends all debates now. All of them. I mean, all of them. We don't need to talk about after this. Matty Cash is not one of the three that I've chosen. I have chosen, well, the three best wing backs at the top three clubs. You've got Reece James representing Chelsea. You've got João Cancelo representing Manchester City. You've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is representing Liverpool. I couldn't find a wing back that played for United apart from Brandon Williams, but he's obviously far superior. Kenny says, yo, I've watched the same game 3 times in a row for United. You were utterly abysmal. I thought you were a pathetic club with pathetic everything. The best is Ashley Young, clearly. Clearly you're wrong. But we're going to work out who is the best. It ends all debates. Now, I've gone for a mix of stats that we're going to look at because they all pass the eye test. I think everyone who watches Reece James, João Cancelo, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think we can all agree that all three of them pass the eye test, right? Are we okay with that? Do all three pass the eye test? I think they do. I think they're all very good wing backs in their own right, some better than others, and we'll work that out tonight. So I've gone for the stats. So I've gone for some interesting ones. So I've gone for assists. I've gone for chances created. I've gone for pass success rate. Now, you're probably thinking why? Because if they're chucking, when they're switching play or a long pass or even short passes, it all adds up. Cross accuracy, the percentage, aerial duels, ground duels, obviously your bread and butter of being a defender, clearances, interceptions and blocks. Now, according to this, Trent will only be good for maybe 3-4 things, which is assists, chances created, passing, and crossing. Now, that's not me. I don't think Trent can't defend. I think Trent is a very good defender. But a lot of people say Trent can't defend. So we're going to see if the stats add up. We're going to see if Trent can't defend. Right? Let's work this out. We're going to see if Trent can't defend. We'll find out. We'll find out because no one says Reece James can't defend. And no one says João Cancelo can't defend. So, if by some miracle, because I assume Trent, because everyone says he can't defend, I assume Trent will not be able to talk to Reece James and João Cancelo on the defensive actions. So, I'm just chucking that out there. It's not my view. I'm just merely saying the view that lots of people say about Trent can't defend. So, big up, Niall. Hope you're well, bro. Thank you. Again, good first half, awful second. Kenny, we're not here really to talk about your performance today. If you want to do that, then I don't know, mate. I don't know. Guess what, people? I'm on holiday, so I'm back for a week. Oh, who should I time out? Big up, Velv. I said 1-1 United, Saints, lucky Kenny. Out of the three, who would you rather have? For me personally, Trent every day. I would love Trent. If you're telling me I could pick any of these three for Argyle, I'm picking Trent Alexander-Arnold, mate. Can pass, can do free kicks, and can defend, and has got one heck of a cross on him. It shouldn't even be a debate. It's Trent by far. We'll work that out, won't we? Also, Pinaldo can't score tap-ins for sure. If you could buy any of these three, who would you buy? Definitely Trent. Definitely Trent. Can he shut the fuck up? Your player you support can't even make a pass. Trent is a generational talent. Cancelo cannot defend. Okay, someone said it. Mustafa Ronaldo can't score tap-ins. You can't excuse that. Cancelo is great for us at City, but Trent is Trent, I've got to say, is the best. We'll work it out. Although Trent has made a few mistakes defensively, overall he's decent at defending. We'll see. I blame McWanker. Kenny, stream a United reaction on your channel after this if you're going to talk about the game, for sure. CR7 Mr. Sitter, he did. Argyle was 6th, correct. I swear to God, if I ever see Rashford in a United shirt, I'm going to cry. Or you're going to cry this season, I think. Mo Salah's daughter knows how to score tap-ins in an open net, for sure. That's a point, Belf. Reece James can't defend. Oh, God, another one said that. Big up, Niall. Hope you're well. Trent, Cancelo, Reece James, in my opinion. We'll see. What's going to happen with Wan-Bissaka? What's going to happen with Wan-Bissaka? Well, you bought him for 50 million. If you get maybe 20 million, you probably should be laughing your way to the bank. If you could stretch it at 25, I'm sprinting out of whatever club you've just sold him to. A bit like the Dan James situation. How you managed to get 25 million for him, I'll never know. But if you can even get half of what you paid for Wan-Bissaka back, you should probably run to the bank with that, because whilst, yes, Wan-Bissaka is semi-okay at defending, he's good at slide tackling. He's good on one-on-ones. But positionally, I've always doubted Wan-Bissaka. It's really one of them. But big up, Chris. Paulie's finished. Up the Argyle playoffs to the Argyle playoffs. Absolutely. Big up, Chris. Chris, not a fan of Nagelsmann's slander. Nagelsmann's a very good manager. No. AWB. Right. I think I might collapse or die of a heart attack. No one is paying 50 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. No one. Not a chance. No way, Jose. How much was Livramento sold to Southampton? He's better than Wan-Bissaka. In fact, Wan-Bissaka is so bad at his job, I struggle to find anyone who would buy him. He can't cross. He attacking wise, shocking. Yes, it's really one of them. Even when AWB slide tackles, he never keeps it in play when he does. But that's another valid point. Wan-Bissaka is at his best still better than McWanker. That's just wrong on every level. Because McTominay actually offers a little bit. What does Wan-Bissaka offer? You know. That's a shame, Belv. My point still stands. Sorry, but not sorry. Entitled to our opinions, for sure. But let's crack on with this, because at the end, once we've gone through it all, I'll open lines and we can do it. So we're going to go through them one by one. Each stat, we're going to look who's top, we're going to look who's bottom. We're just going to have a little chat about it, all right? How's that sound? It sounded good to me when I thought of this. Chris, is Hansi Flick awful manager when he lost 4-1 to newly promoted Stuttgart? What does McTominay offer? Sideway passes. Well, what does Wan-Bissaka offer? A slide tackle. That's about it. Mustafa, talk about Championship Ram. My iPad's at 9%. That's very high. Yep. Not judging it on that, Dolph. Okie dokie. So, let's start off with assists. The simple one. Who's going to be top? Who do we think is going to be top of assists? Well, it is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, you probably can't see the Reece James one because I worked out. I've got a Salah and a Hazard one coming up in a week's time, but I've worked out the black and blue, it don't mix. But Trent is in the lead with assists, 0.6. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say, these all per 90, apart from yellow cards, because yellow cards, I've just done it as a whole season. In terms of assists, Trent leads with 0.6 per game, Cancelo 0.3, and Reece James also 0.3. So, fairly close there, but, a whole 0.3. Basically, Trent has got double the assists that Reece James and João Cancelo have per 90. So, that is a pretty good start for Trent. Right? You have to say this is a good start because, and it is, and it's on one that you'd expect Trent to probably be leading because of the way Jurgen plays with the overlapping, well, not even overlapping wing backs, with the wing backs, and that's where the chances are coming from. You would expect that Trent would be leading with assists. I would also expect, I would also expect. Oh yeah, it is 0.5. Not even I can see it on the blue. But you would expect Trent to be leading that, but he's got double Cancelo, Reece James right behind him, but it is 0.5. You are right, Velv. It is 0.5. As I say, blue and black just didn't work out very well. Varane over Van Dijk. Oh my lord. Big up to Ravi. Can we talk about Ralf Rangnick's Gegenpress? Well, it's Gegenpress. Well, it's because his players aren't doing it. They just don't do it, do they? Trent is top 5 for sure. To be honest, we could exchange Aaron Wan-Bissaka for whoever Barnett's right back is, and if they have issues with wages, AWB deserves to have to pay the club as his weekly wage. So yeah, that's for sure. Yo, Valve, pick up your chest. Absolutely. Kenny thinks Barnett would take Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Lol. Yeah, that's actually a good point. So done that one. Amor Confano, I remember you. Big up. Do you know what league Barnett is in, Kenny? Mama. Non-league. National League, I think. National League, aren't they? Neco Williams back-to-back CS and assists. Okie dokie. I pray we get Lamptey. He's so good. Or Max Aarons. Either would work. But lots of comments there. So Trent has won on assists. Let's move on to chances created. And who is leading on chances created? And again, it is Trent, who creates about 3 chances per game. In second place, Reece James, who creates 2.6 chances per game. And then João Cancelo, who only gets a 1.2. So, again, that's actually good. And people tell me João Cancelo is an amazing wing back. I mean, on the attacking areas, not so much. So Trent has got he's got over double what João Cancelo does per game. So, but that's no real surprise because João Cancelo, the creators aren't really the right or the left back. It's not the wing backs. It's De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez, Silva, Sterling, these types of players. It's the attackers that create, not the wing backs. I'm not overly surprised by that. I'm not surprised also that Trent actually wipes the floor with Reece James on there as well. So basically, on both of these, Trent has won on both assists and chances created, and there is no real surprise because we just know that Trent is better attacking. But people say Reece James is better defensively. So when we get past the pass accuracy, cross accuracy, once it goes to the bottom 5 and then yellow cards, Reece James will be wiping the floor with Trent Alexander-Arnold, according to Chelsea fans, because Reece James is a better defender. So we'll wait and see, won't we? We'll wait and see. Jesus Christ, Cancelo losing hard so far. He is. To be fair, Cancelo probably struggles in attacking stats because of the team he's in. I did think that. I think you put Cancelo in Chelsea, he'd beat Reece James defensively. Look, they say Reece James is better than Trent defensively, so we'll find out, won't we? But I agree. I'm not saying. You lot think I'm saying this. I'm just merely repeating what Chelsea fans say, which is Reece James is better than Trent defensively. He's a much better wing back. All of that crap. We'll see. We'll see. But let's move on to pass accuracy. Is pass accuracy going to give us anything different? And it does. By quite some margin, actually. João Cancelo with 86.18. Reece James with 87.76. No, is that an 8? Is that a 7? Oh yeah, Reece James won this, by the way, not Cancelo. Reece James won it, and then Trent last. I mean, again, I'm not really awfully surprised by this. I don't think, Trent is one that I don't think. If you think about his passes, they're normally switch and play. He's normally switch and play with his passes. Very rarely do you see a pass going to central midfield. So again, I'm not awfully surprised by this, but Trent probably ought to try and keep that pass percentage up a little bit more. But Reece James does take it of 87.76. João Cancelo is second. I'd rather employ goal budget right back than AWB, by the way, Kenny. Trent makes much more passes than James and Cancelo, and makes more ambitious ones, mostly, to be fair. That's what I'm saying. Mostly they're long balls, mostly they're switches of play. And yeah, that's just the way it is. But so far, it's Reece James 1, Cancelo 0, and Trent 2. So still quite close. We're both left and right foot. Yeah, I agree. Now, cross accuracy. And again, I'm not even surprised by this. Right? We all knew the first 4. We all knew that Trent was going to win it. Probably. He's won it 3-1-0. 3-1-0 is what he's got so far. 29.48. Again, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Reece James is second on 23.19. Because both of those will cross. They will be the ones provided crosses. If you think about the start of the season, Reece James was definitely crossing because normally he was trying to find Lukaku's massive, great big head in the box. So that there is that. Trent obviously was going to win the first 4, so he's got three points to his name. And then we've got the other 2. So that's really that. So Reece James has got 1 point. Cancelo's got 0. Cancelo hasn't even got a point yet, and Trent has got 3. So moving on to aerial duels. Now these are the bits where I expect that Trent will lose all of them. Let's do aerial duels next. Well, the Trent can't defend doesn't quite work out on the aerial duels because when you look at that is pretty damning on both Reece James and Cancelo. Trent is with 57% of aerial duels won. Cancelo wins half of his aerial duels won, so 50%. And Reece James, 42% of aerial duels. Only 42. That is abysmal. That is abysmal. That is abysmal. That is abysmal. Nothing can be said there. So Trent is walking with this. In fact, Trent, if Trent gets one more, he's won this already. He's won this already before we even get to the defensive duels, the clearances, the interceptions, and the blocks. But we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, Trent was going to win these. He's still crap defensively. All 3 are awful defensively. I mean, can't win with Morecambe, fam. Morecambe, Trent is an elite defender. Change your comment or I'll eliminate you for 500 seconds. Do PSG have any decent wing backs? They got Hakimi, haven't they? Did Hakimi go PSG? Or Hakimi, I think. Aerial Jules is a weird one. It is. I'm taking Peak Valencia over all 3 of them. Okie dokie. Yeah, Hakimi, that's one. People do more long balls against City and Chelsea than Liverpool. That's why his aerial duels is so much higher. Well, okie dokie. Let's see the others. Cheers, Ravi. I loved your beatboxing. Let's do ground duels. So ground duels, and this one very clearly is Reece James winning it. Right, Reece James has absolutely smashed it on ground duels with 55% of ground duels won. Cancelo comes second with 49% of ground duels won. And Trent is coming at 43%. So where in aerial duels, Trent is far superior and Reece James is crap. On the flip side, ground duel success rate, Reece James is far clear and Trent is shocking in terms of ground duels. So, you know, it is one of them. It is one of them. I didn't expect Trent to win every defensive duel, but so far, Trent has got 4 points. Reece James has got 2, and Cancelo has got no points for Cancelo yet. I'm still waiting for a point for Cancelo. Ignore that green one on Cancelo. It's meant to be for Reece James on pass accuracy. So there's that one. Disagree. We all get long balls. We always get long balls as we play over high line. That is true. To be fair, most of the time Trent loses ball is in the final third of the opposition, not Liverpool's final third. Yeah, I agree. Clearances. Oh dear. And ding, 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 Trent has won the contest because Trent Alexander-Arnold walks with 1.2%, 1.2 clearances per game. Cancelo again second with one clearance per game, and Reece James with 0.8. Trent can't defend my ass. When are we going to get the apologies? You are welcome. You are welcome to apologise. So, anyone want to talk about the clearances? All 3 are shit. Kufal is clear, says Lansley. That's just wrong. Okay, maybe I were wrong. Maybe you were. Maybe. Let's do interceptions. Let's do it because we are going to open lines. Can we just bully Kenny now? Let's not speak on this. Who's the worst right back in the Premier? We can do that. We can do that. But yeah, interceptions. Oh, damn. Well done, Cancelo. He's finally got a point. Cancelo with 1.7 interceptions. Trent not too far away with 1.4. And then Reece James on a 0.9. Reece James defensively isn't as good as João Cancelo or Trent Alexander-Arnold. Where are these Chelsea fans? Where are they? This is very upsetting. He's got 2 points, but only 1 on ground duels. Trent has got 5, and Cancelo has finally got a point. He's finally got a point as João Cancelo. So big up to João, who will probably, if I remember, probably come last. But you know, it's one of them. I'm sure it will upset. Oh my God, Cancelo won a criteria. This is not a drill, people. Evacuate the building now. I know, right? I know. Let's have a little look at blocks, shall we? And blocks. Oh damn. Trent with 0.2 blocks per game, Cancelo with 0.1, and Reece James doesn't block. Ah, damn it. But Trent can't defend, guys. Is Morecambe fan still here? Because Morecambe fan, you really need to apologise to Trent. Chelsea have gone in their cave to get drunk about the Club World Cup victory. Oh yeah, I forgot that was today. And the last one. Damn. Reece James with 4 bookings, Cancelo with 5, and Trent, he's only got the 1. But Trent can't defend. Oh dear. Where are these people? Where are these people that say Trent can't defend? Morecambe fan, would you like to apologise to Trent? I'm just, it's up to you. It is up to you, of course. Reece James' first attempted block led to an own goal versus Villa. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. What I'll do is I'll put the link in the chat. Obviously, we've gone through the main bulk of it. Now we can just have a little chat together and all of that. And don't forget, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. If you'd like to send in a super chat or a super sticker, it will be much appreciated by myself and would obviously get read out as well as other comments, of course. But yeah, if you want to, that is up to you. If you want to make a more personal donation to the channel, that is absolutely sound. I swear Cancelo gets yellows a lot because he goes in for lots of silly challenges as well as useful ones. Yes, but the point of getting yellows, the point I used the yellows, right? The point I used it was because which one's stupid enough to get lots of yellow cards? Because that just shows a lack of awareness or a lack of judgment. Trent has got 1 yellow card all season. This all Premier League. So all the Premier League. It's bread and butter. They played the same teams, all of that. Right? You know, they're the 3 best teams in the league. They're playing against the same 19 teams. And the stats are clear. The stats are clear. right? The stats are clear. They're clear. I mean, Trent has walked away with what? 7 points out of what? 9? No, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10. Yeah, so he's walked out with 7 points out of 10. Reece James got 2 and Cancelo got 1. But people still want to say that Trent can't defend. I mean, it's the bit I don't get. It's the bit I just don't get. When people say Trent can't defend, I mean, what are you judging that on? What are you judging that on? Because for me, you're judging that on. I actually couldn't tell you what you're judging that on. Crap, to be honest. Let me pin that on. Stats don't lie, for sure. Okay, maybe Trent is better than AWB. Maybe he's the best. He's the best wing back in the league, right? There is no other wing back because at City everyone talks about Cancelo. At Chelsea, everyone only talks about Reece James, right? There is no one else you can compare Trent with unless we start going to the likes of Hakimi, and I don't know if Kimmich plays wing back anymore or Kimmich. So that's the situation, really. You can only judge it on certain things, and it is it's pretty damning for Trent. It's pretty damning. Pretty damning for the other two, not Trent. The stats don't lie. Adam can score from the halfway line. What are you talking about? United have no good fullbacks, for sure. Mustafa United are missing managed. Trent is better. Is best ever. Cancelo good for us, but the contrast is definitely clear in my visual. Kenny was in the back. He's gone now, but people cannot say different style. Liverpool and Chelsea main source of creation are from the fullback. City is midfield, but Cancelo goes there and Rodri covers for him. That's another good point. He was Velf. Trent has done more this season than Shaw in 8 years. Charlie Adam when he scored from the halfway line for Stoke about a decade ago. Oh, yeah. Max, I'm pretty sure I was in a Liverpool show with you. Here you were. Kenny was in the back. I don't know where Kenny went to. I'm just confused. I'm confused. I'll come on if you want. I'll be a set though because my laptop is a bitch. That's fair. Well, anyone's welcome to come on. I have no issue with that. I have no issue. That's why the link's in the chat for anyone who wanted to come on. Oh, Kenny's back. Big up, Kenny. Oh, Kenny's gone. Kenny was here, but Kenny's gone again. That really is the situation. Oh yeah, by the way, there's no watch alongs tomorrow as my father invited me to his house for dinner. So I'm going to dinner, which will be lovely. It'll be nice not to cook for once, but yes. So there's no streams tomorrow, apart from tomorrow night, 9 p.m. doing ranking Formula One drivers from 1990, well, the champions from 1990, all the way down to current day. Why is Kenny such a Poonie stan? I've no idea, Mustafa. I actually don't know. I don't know. You tell me. Nightbot dancer, which is always good. But guys, let's try and get that like button smashed, right? Let's try and get that like button smashed up. Let's try and get it to 15 before the end of the stream. Yeah, how's that? Kenny has stage fright, bless him. Don't worry, we will chuck tomatoes at you when you arrive. It ain't letting me type my name on my iPad. The hell, for God's sake. Well, F1 ranking will be fun, but yeah, no, family is always prioritized. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna sit there on my phone whilst we're eating roast dinner, going, oh, this West Ham game, absolutely electric. No, obviously. But yeah, still got the F1 one. That's tomorrow 9 p.m, which is going to be really fun. I'm actually really excited about it. I'm intrigued to watch your F1 stream tomorrow. So am I. Well, I won't be watching it. I'll be presenting it, I presume. But yeah, it should be good. I've made an overlay. In fact, I'll give you a sneak peek. I'll give you a sneak peek of what it looks like. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a sneak peek. That's the sneak. That's all you get. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. All you're getting. But yeah, it should be a really good stream tomorrow. I'm really, really excited about it. It should be interesting to get everyone's opinions. But look, I think we'll probably wrap it up there then. If no one wanted to come on and defend themselves. Obviously, we can confirm that Trent is the best defender in the league by a country mile. And there you go. There you go. Max says fire. Oh no, Kenny is back with Wi-Fi issues apparently. Big up, Kenny. Chelsea cheated in the final. Very good that. Wait, Chelsea played? Yeah, they did. Kenny, can you even hear me? I can't hear you. Talk. Kenny's refusing to talk. This is a problem. What the fuck I am? Well, what the fuck you're not? Don't know what you're doing, Kenny. No, we can't. We genuinely, I can't hear you anyway. That's the most sense Kenny has spoke. Kenny getting absolutely rinsed in the chat. Try now. No, still can't hear him. But Trent is clear. Kenny just says Trent is clear. What I don't get is how Wi-Fi issues are stopping the microphone from work. I don't get that. I don't get it. Not a clue. But guys, we are going to wrap it up there, I think, because Kenny, I don't know, hasn't worked out how to use the internet in the year 2022. Velve's here. What's up, Velve?
Hello.
All right. How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Kenny, speaking of Paul Scholes is a nonce. I mean, no, that's the wrong word.
Big up, Velve. Velve's decided to grace us with that. But
I meant to say Ford. I don't know why I said that.
God. Got another interesting one next weekend, providing there's not a lot of football. That's all I'm going to say. Salah versus Hazard.
Salah's clear.
It's closer than you think. I'm just going to say that much. It's closer than you think, but should be an interesting one. But Penny, what are you doing? Kenny just typed in the private chat that he loves Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. Makes sense, to be fair. But Velv, what do you make of the stats?
No, but I thought Trent can't defend. I mean, apparently
that's what I was told as well.
Yeah, because apparently he gets destroyed on the right hand side. Apparently
teams specifically target the right hand side because Trent's there. Apparently.
Yeah, and apparently he's made so many mistakes. Apparently he's conceded penalties. Apparently he scored own goals. I'm pretty sure Reece James has scored an own goal this season, not Trent.
And why do you think Southgate's so uninclined to play him then, in terms of as an England player? Because that's the bit I don't get.
I don't know. I feel like he's trying to prove a point that he's a good manager when he's not. Like, you're using it's fair. I have no problem with Kyle Walker starting. My problem is there have been opportunities where you could have chosen Trent, but you haven't used him.
No, he's put Reece James there.
Yeah, and he's put Reece James. Even when Kyle Walker and James had the chance to play against San Marino, that man couldn't even do anything. Trent got 3 assists in that game, in one game, and these man couldn't even get more than that.
Do you think? Do you think that Southgate will end up picking Trent at some point? Because he's got to surely at some point go, actually, I've got to pick Trent, because how can you leave someone like Trent out? For me, he was a shoo-in for he's a shoo-in for the World Cup squad as long as he stays fit and in form.
I'm just gonna read the stats here. 14 goal contributions in his last 15 games for Liverpool. If that doesn't, and he's got 20 goal contributions in 28 games this season for club and country. So if that doesn't scream England squad, then I don't know what it is. And if he
I
does,
don't know.
then Southgate's a fraud. Like, get him up.
Well, Trippier's at Newcastle now, and I know that doesn't really matter for much, but I still don't think Trippier's better than frickin' Trent. Reece James isn't great, and the stats prove that. Who else is there? What? Carl Walker. Well, it depends on if we're playing three at the back. If we're playing three at the back, one of the centre back spots is open for Carl Walker. If we're playing three at the back, you're literally the best position for Trent is the best position for Trent is a right wing back.
Is this Penny talking?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
Ashley Young is clear of every single player.
Well, coming from the Man City fan, okay.
I'm not a Man City fan. Shut the hell up. Bloody hell.
Wait, Penny, can I ask you a question? Who's better, Gary Neville or Trent Alexander-Arnold?
They're different times.
No, but who's the better right back?
Well, it's different times. They're two completely different right backs.
No, but who's the better right back?
Well, shut the fuck up, Niall. But they're two different times. Two completely different times, and they're two completely different right backs.
They're two different right backs, but they have the
I
right
think
back.
Trent, but what I do think is I think Trent will go on to be the greatest right back in the Premier League we've ever seen. I think
Fair.
so that.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny, imagine you're Southgate, right? Imagine you're Southgate, and all the form stays the same. So Reece James is in somewhat form. Trent is in exceptional form. Trippier's at Newcastle. And Wan-Bissaka's not English. So you've got that as well. So what do you do? Because I think we can all assume Southgate will play a 3-5-2. It's his go-to formation in big games anyway. Against maybe a smaller team. If we get like a Ukraine or I don't know a Palm or whoever, small teams that we should be able to steamroll. I think he'll play probably a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. But I think when it comes to big games, the likes of Germany, Brazil, Argentina, and all of that, I think he'll go for the standard 3-5-2, which I've no issue him doing, because we have to cover for Maguire somehow, or we just don't take Maguire. But we'll get into that debate in a bit more. But who do you pick? Who do you pick as your right back or right wing back? However we do it.
All right, so I'll rank my options. Yeah, Trent I'd definitely pick, and then if Trent got injured, I'd go Reece James. And then if he got injured, I'd go Trippier. And if he got injured, I'd go Kyle Walker.
Are you assuming the 3-5-2?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Kyle Walker's playing right-sided centre back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. Whilst we're all here, and it is a bit of a debate and all of that, does Maguire go to the World Cup if he carries on this form?
He won't, but he doesn't deserve it. But he's obviously going to be in the squad.
Why? Tomori's having a good year at Milan.
Yeah. But Gareth Southgate doing what?
Kwanzebe is, from what I've heard, doing all right at Lazio. Napoli, that's the one. You've got John Stones, who I 100% would take Stones. I thought
Connor Cody has been very good this season.
I'm not taking Connor Cody, I'm afraid.
Ben White.
No, I mean not as a
Ben White is a good choice. If we're playing a back two, Ben White Stones, I'm not against. The Stones White partnership, I'm not against. If we're playing with three at the back, I think White could fit in as a three at the back.
How about Max Killman?
I've been very, very keen on seeing Max Killman get a shout. I sort of hope, because we've got a couple of friendlies coming up, fuck knows why. But we've got a couple of friendlies coming up, and I really hope he uses that time to sort of look at some of the players that are maybe on the fringe. So, I want to see Jacob Ramsey go to the friendlies. I want to see him in an England shirt and see what he can do. Killman,
Curtis Jones, Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, Curtis Jones, Conor Gallagher. I would, depending on when the friendlies are, and depending on form of Harvey Elliott, I wouldn't even be upset seeing Harvey Elliott.
We play. Okay, it's both my teams actually. England versus Switzerland is on the March 26th, I think.
Yeah, so in that time, Harvey Elliott has got time to build up more of his fitness. I wouldn't be against seeing Harvey Elliott taken. I really wouldn't, because Rashford shouldn't go. I don't want Rashford going, because if we start taking these players, it's like rewarding them for shit. If we're being honest. So yeah, I wouldn't be against Killman. I do want to see new faces in these friendlies. I don't want to see the likes of, I assume we'll probably take a Declan Rice. I don't want to see Calvin Phillips going. I don't think he could even. I don't think he's fit enough yet. I don't want to see a Henderson, like a Jordan Henderson. I don't want to see a Maguire. I don't want to see, I don't even want to see Trent or this sort going. I want us to take Livramento, and I want us to take, Lamp.
Well, for the actual squad or for the friendlies?
For the friendlies, I want to take, a Lamptey or a Max Aarons or heck, even a Brandon Williams at left back. I really want us to use a lot of players.
Peters.
Again, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it. Also, big up to Webby, who's sent in a £1.79 super sticker. Massive thanks for that, Webby. Webby's been amazing. Webby has sent in a lot of donations, and it is massively appreciated by myself. And don't forget, guys, if you want, you can send in super stickers. And Morecambe fam, I don't know why you're asking that. Of course, I wouldn't be taking Greenwood whilst he's under investigation. I mean, that's just the most ridiculously stupid question I've ever heard.
I mean,
no, there is no. I mean, whilst he's under investigation, of course he shouldn't be called up. Of course not. That's ridiculously stupid.
I also want to see Jared Bowen in that squad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against Jared Bowen. Goalkeepers, is there any young English goalkeepers that you want to see taken, or would you just take the standard three of Nick Pope,
Mike Cooper?
Rams? Well, I would like to see Mike Cooper take it. Actually, would I? Fuck, we've got games and we don't get an international break, so no thanks. No way. But is there any sort of young keepers sort of in and around, or would you just want to take the standard three of Pickford, Ramsdale, and Pope? I can't see Henderson.
I don't think Pope has been this great.
Well, Booker T, you've got to pick three, mate.
For me, Fraser Forster of Southampton has been very good this season.
I wouldn't be against it, but I don't see the point of taking a Forster, because he ain't gonna be an England goalkeeper. What, take him for the ride? We might as well take a young English goalkeeper then. I
think Pickford's going to be the start for me, because he plays immense for England.
Pickford, I'm fine with, but I want to see Ramsdale used in the friendlies. I don't mind Pickford. I don't mind Pickford. I don't mind Pickford going for the friendlies, but I don't want him starting. I don't want him playing. I want Ramsdale playing, because I think there's a good goalkeeper in there. And ultimately, yes, whilst Pickford's good for England, can we do better than Pickford? I think we could.
Who's that? No, that he's still the one that conceded against Ronaldo.
Kenny's apparently on 1%, so he's got a dip. But yeah, catch you in a bit,
thank
Kenny.
God, man. Bye.
But young goalkeepers then. What are we thinking? Young goalkeepers. Who are we thinking?
The only one thing at the top of my head is that Newcastle goalkeeper.
What, Woodman?
Yeah, that's the only young one I could think of.
I don't really rate him. He's on loan as well, I think now. For goalkeepers, I'll just stick the same three. It's not going to have any harm taking Pope, Ramsdale, and Pickford. I see no reason for that. Chris says, take your Southampton glasses off, Elf. But so goalkeeper, right backs, I want Livramento and Lamptey to go, or Livramento and Max Aarons, or Walker Peters. I don't really mind. I don't want to see us. The issue I've got, I don't want to see the same shit going. I don't want to see the same people going. I don't want to see Maguire. I don't want to see, I don't even want to see Stones as a backline. I'd definitely be taking Killman. I'd definitely probably take Cody.
I
I'd
think you have
take
to.
Ben White.
I think you should pick like this guaranteed starting 11 for the World Cup, so you can like practice them partnering with the.
Don't need to. We've got games. We've got many games before that, mate. We've got games in the summer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Brandon Williams, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
would take Brandon Williams for a left back because, to be frankly honest, Luke Shaw is in some absolutely shocking form, and Chilwell's injured. So why wouldn't we take a Brandon Williams? But I think he's done well at Norwich. I was watching the game against City, and it's City. Of course, there was times where he got spun, but there was also times where he was absolutely magnificent. I think there was one time I think it was Gundogan on the ball, and Brandon Williams is tracking. And don't forget, he's playing left back. He's tracking all the way back as he was upfield. He's gone to the centre. He's ended up at right back and then right wing, and then he's moved in, and I think he put Pookie through. Brandon he's also become a fan favourite at Norwich, so it suggests to me that he's actually not doing too badly. So yeah, I would take Brandon Williams as a left back. The other left back, we're short on left back options, aren't we? Who did we use last time? It was Trippier, didn't we? Wasn't it?
Trippier can play left back as well.
It was sort of like that inverted left. Have we got any young left backs? That's the issue. Well, actually, Tyreek Mitchell. I wouldn't mind taking Tyreek Mitchell from Palace on to a front.
Mitchell's a 50-50 for me. There's Mitchell. Matt Target's 25. He's young-ish, but
it's not too bad.
Yeah,
Cresswell, yeah. I wouldn't. How old's Cresswell's a bit older as well.
Cresswell's like old, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't take Cresswell. I'll take Brandon Williams. I'll take Williams.
Carl Walker-Peters could also play left back as well because he did it earlier in the season when Livermore was playing.
Yeah, but if the only issue of that then is we've got two left backs that are right-footed. That's the only issue I've got with that. So I would want to take a naturally left-footed. That's why I said Mitchell. See what he's about. DMs, I think it's quite simple. Rice will go. One that I would like to see given the chance is James Garner, who's currently at Forest. He's had a fantastic season, but I don't know if Southgate's looked down at
Southgate doesn't even. He only watches Premier League. Like he doesn't even watch Bundesliga. He doesn't watch Serie A. He doesn't watch La Liga. He doesn't watch any of.
We play Ivory Coast and Switzerland. I believe Switzerland could get far in the World Cup. It's a great experience for rotated players. Yeah, and look, we don't know who's going to be in form come the World Cup. So there's no point taking your guaranteed starting 11 because what if? Imagine Trent's in that and God forbid breaks his leg. Well, that whole thing that we practice for pointless. You can't practice. You should get an idea, but. I would maybe throw in a few rotated players. Of course, you're going to. I think you'll end up taking a fairly strong team and chuck in a few inexperienced players. So I fully expect to see Trent taken. I fully expect to see Reece James or Kyle Walker taken. I don't know if he'll take Trippier, which I think is a shame because I think players like Livramento, Walker-Peters, Max Aarons, Tariq Lamptey, I think they should be given a chance to see what they can do. They might surprise a few people, but Southgate doesn't like surprises, does he?
Jacob Ramsey has to be in the squad, man. He is, oh my day. He's balling.
Well, Ramsey and Bowen have a guaranteed pick, surely.
I think Jack Harrison could be given an opportunity. He's doing very well for Leeds.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Strikers, where I'm concerned. Now we haven't got, obviously, Greenwood available for obvious reasons. It really only leaves us with Kane and Calvert-Lewin. I suppose you've got Ollie Watkins as well. But
the English strikers this season in the Premier League has been shocking.
That's what I'm concerned about. Because you know he's taking Kane. He's definitely going to take Kane.
I think it'll be probably... for this one, it'll be Ivan Toney and Watkins.
What do you think he'll take Kane? I think he'll take Kane.
He'll take Kane, yeah. But I feel like for backup, he would take like Ivan Toney and
yeah, maybe. Chris says Jacob Ramsey has been quality. Yeah, he has been extremely quality. Would you take Harvey Elliott to the friendlies?
We'll see how he does. For now, we'll see.
He's got 2 goals in 2 games. No, not 2 goals. He's got 1 goal in 2 games. He was on form before he got injured. Yeah, I would definitely be considering him.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to wait and see if he gets, because Because it'd be unfair, like if he just played like 3 games like whole season, he just gets into the squad. Like it's not
Yeah.
really.
Now, do you think England can win the World Cup? I think Germany will. Finally got a world-class manager again alongside the world-class squad, but England will get to the final. Switzerland semis. I think we can win it. I know people are about to call me deluded and biased and all that crap, but I also said England would win the Euros, and we didn't come too far away from that, did we? I think we can win the World Cup. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a bit weird as well because it's midway through the season. Look, I made it quite clear that I didn't want Southgate to take us into the World Cup. It's becoming quite apparent Southgate's taken us into a World Cup.
I beg Premier League play through the World Cup so we could just have Mo Salah just playing there.
There's a 2-month break. The season next year. I don't know if any of you played Football Manager.
I used to play, but I don't play anymore.
Well, if you've played Football Manager and you've gone through the season 22-23, you know how bad it's going to be. There is no breaks. There's no winter break. It's absolutely, it's disgraceful. It's absolutely shocking. But I do think
they could just do this, play the academy. Well, actually, we should. Actually, no. I take that back. Just postpone it.
So, in terms of England winning the World Cup, I think England can win it. Right?
It's not a deluded comment. You have the quality.
I think, and you look at that Euros final and the hurt that they would have gone through, added with the racial abuse that Rashford and Sancho got as well. I think that will drive them on. I think that should drive them on to wanting it. But again, it depends on if they can turn up. Harry Kane has to turn up in a big stage. If he wants to be known as this incredible talent and even mentioned in the names of Lineker, Shearer, all of these, and Henry, if he wants to be mentioned in the same breath as those guys, he's going to have to turn up clutch at some point, and it ain't for Spurs at the moment. So the only time he can come up clutch is for England, and he needs to do that. My only fear, if we get to the final, is what are we going to do? I think that early goal we scored in the Euros, that early goal in the final screwed us over.
No,
it really
that first
did, because
half we were good. Then that second half we
shat ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what we did, Velv. I watched the game. I was drunk as well, but I watched it. We shat ourselves. We went in 1-0 up and we were like, right, we're going to sit back. We're going to defend. That Italian team, after that first half, they were there for the taking. Chiellini and Bonucci were absolutely dead on their feet.
They lost Spinazzola, then we should have gone at Emerson so much, but they didn't.
Jorginho didn't look great. That midfield was getting overrun. We were getting at their wing backs. We were flying forward. So we executed the plan wrong. Now, my only thought is Southgate going to learn from that? My only concern on that is we did exactly the same in the World Cup semi-final against Croatia. In Russia, we did the same thing. We got in the lead, then we shat ourselves. My only issue is we have to take our chances and we have to be composed. And look, we took a young squad, the likes of Declan Rice, Mason Mount, Phil Foden, these types of players. They were still very young, not raw, but they're still young. They got a bit more experience. They got 1.5 years more experience. Adding that in with more talent. Don't forget, we didn't have Trent. We played, Trippier, right back, didn't we, in the final?
No, it was let me double check.
Yeah, it was Trippier because Walker was playing right-sided centre-back. We played 3-5-2. Walker was playing right-sided centre-back. I'm pretty sure it was Trippier. Pretty sure it was.
Double check that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Trippier on the right, Shaw on the left. We were back three of Walker, Maguire, Stones. That's how I recall it. And you had Rice Phillips. I think he played Mount. And then we had Sterling, Kane. He played 3-4-3, didn't he?
Oh no, it was. Oh yeah, Trippier.
It was up top. It was Kane, Sterling, and.
So it was Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Trippier, Shaw, Rice, Phillips, Mount, Sterling, Kane.
No, Mount was playing. Fuck it! Oh god, I don't want to see Mount playing again. Don't want to see Mount playing again. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. Yeah, we have to qualify to win a tournament, but I don't think we have. We're all just opinions end of the day. No, I think we can. I don't think Spain will win, but I don't think they'll make a run like at the Euros because people weren't talking about Spain at the start.
So Spain is one of my favourites because Enrique's got them playing football.
Since Chelsea are now the best team in the world and we beat them, are we then? Apart from your lack of shocking English, yes, I think you could say that.
Just champions of Westfield Stratford. Right.
Germany England final again. The rivalry of the two nations are. If we won, I think we can beat. I think this Germany team. We could beat this Germany team.
You know, Hansi Flick.
Yeah, well, I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm sort of a bit like a Liverpool and a City when it comes to national team. Look at the players we have, for goodness sake. Trent, Kane, if he turns up. Sterling had a fantastic tournament. No one was talking of Sterling at the start, were we? So
yeah, Sterling was our best player that tournament.
Oh, it was incredible. Liverpool fans going for Henderson start over Rice because of experience only for Henderson to cost them a final.
Henderson only played 20 minutes. He just came off for extra time and then he got subbed out for penalties.
I wouldn't. I don't want to be rude to Hendo. I don't think he goes. No,
I think he'll go for experience as a
no. They've already got experience of enough. They've already got enough. Maguire's now been to three tournaments. Stones the same, Pickford the same, Walker the same, Kane the same. We've got plenty of experience of major tournaments in that squad now. I don't think Henderson goes. I don't. I think
no, if he doesn't go there, I don't want Calvin Phillips there. If Phillips goes there, I'm fuming.
Well, I would take Phillips mainly on the assumption because of the defensive duties, because we do really lack British DMs or English DMs. Rice is really our only natural one. Obviously, Phillips does it occasionally. Well, Phillips is one as well. Henderson
does it when Fabinho's injured.
Henderson doesn't go for me. He's not good enough anymore. Do you know what? In the past, the Euros, I still wouldn't probably have taken Hendo, but I understood it. I'm not taking Hendo. I don't want Hendo to go. Kieran says an interesting one. Dele.
No.
If you say no, but if Dele Alli can, if Frank Lampard can recapture the Dele Alli we all know, I'll take Dele Alli over Mason Mount any day.
Mason Mount's shit. I don't know.
But I'm taking if we even see 75% of what Dele was like under Poch, under Frank Lampard, I'll take Dele Alli every day.
Andy, you're talking about Henderson cost us the final. Look at Mount. Man can't even pass 2 yards. He can't even make a 2-yard pass.
In the Euros, Mount and Foden were awful, maybe pressure to them. Well, we know why Foden was awful. He decided to try and turn up like freaking Gaza. Twat. Still, I will still never forgive him because it put more pressure on him. You're going to your first major tournament, lad, right? You're going to your first one. Now you've dyed your hair bloody blonde the exact same time that Gaza did. Like, come on. But he was shocking. Fans going to have the World Cup curse that defending champions World Cups have. When World Cup, the next World Cup knocks out group stages, interested to see if that happens then. I think it will. Honestly, I thought fans were shocking in the Euros. Absolutely shocking. I know a lot can change. And have they sacked their manager yet?
No.
Or is Deschamps is still there?
I think, let me double check. I think he is.
Didier Deschamps is still France manager. Well, yeah, France were out then. Germany are the one team that they'll either dominate and get back to being brilliant under their amazing manager, or they'll continue declining.
Yeah, he's still a manager.
I don't think Hansi Flick is amazing. I think he's all right. But I see no reason why we should be afraid of Hansi Flick.
No, he's amazing. Like, the only manager to do 6-2.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sit here saying because they've got Hansi Flick,
They're unbeaten in the game.
I don't care. England, I've seen England unbeaten in many a times, and we've gone into major tournaments and flopped. Like, you know, I expect Germany to be quite unbeaten, probably with the teams that they're playing. So I'm not afraid of Germany under Hansi Flick. Germany have had has some bum named Kimmich in Rice. Midfield Rice will dominate him. Henderson experience won't stop him getting spun by a Greek.
When did that happen?
France being awful in qualifiers lately. Chris, take that as you will. I agree. Deschamps should have gone after the shocking Euros. Yeah, I mean, when you've got Paul Pogba, Kante,
Mbappe, your left back was funny.
I'm not afraid of fans. Can we all agree that we're not really that afraid of fans? Can we all?
They're a team of individual. You got their parents fighting each other in the squad, so we have no problems.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get France in the round of 16, I feel pretty confident of winning.
The only person that could save France is Benzema, but I don't think he's got the bottle to do. He's doing well.
No, I think he's got the bottle, but he can't do it all himself. He's getting on a bit now, isn't he? Benzema's getting on a bit now. Benzema and Mbappe in the same team, I ain't surprised. Yeah.
No, Mbappe literally flopped in that Euros, man.
France are poor company and a mess behind the scenes, according to French sources. So I'm not afraid of France. My mate thinks Belgium will win. Oh my god! I mean, do you know what? Belgium, they had their time, didn't they? They had their chance.
It was a golden generation.
I was just about to say they had that golden generation of prime Hazard, prime De Bruyne, prime Lukaku. You know, with Vertonghen, Vermaelen, you know, the other ones, Courtois. They had their chance. They had their chance. They did somewhat all right. You know, I feel for Belgium because they came up against an incredible France side, didn't they? That France side that won the Euros, won the World Cup. I mean, there's not really a lot you can do against that French side. They were insane. They were miles clear of absolutely everyone. But yeah, didn't Belgium? I feel for Belgium because obviously they played us in the World Cup final, didn't World Cup third place game, didn't they? And I feel for them, but France were just outstanding at that point, weren't they? So you can't really argue. I feel Belgium's golden generation came at the wrong time because their golden generation sort of came into a France side that no one could really beat. So I do feel for them.
And even their youngsters, like there's no noticeable youngsters. The only players I can think of is Jeremy Doku and Lokonga. That's it.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a bit. I think Belgium will probably end up petering out and becoming a bit like Norway.
They need to sack the manager if they want to go further.
Well, yeah, I mean, Norway have got Erling Haaland, Odegaard. You know, they haven't.
Sanderberg.
Yeah, you're clutching at straws there, mate.
No, but he balls up for Norway. Who's that other guy? Yeah. He's for Brentford.
Oh yeah. Well,
Norgard, yeah.
Yeah, Norgard. After bloody Brentford team are Danish anyway, so you've got the Denmark team. We know what Denmark's about. I think Denmark might surprise a few people in the World Cup. Are they in the World Cup? Or do they have to try and get through?
Let me check. I'll check the World Cup.
The one good thing is Portugal and Italy. One of them two will knock each other out. So that will be quite good.
I'll double check it. So far, it's Serbia, Spain, Switzerland, France, Belgium. Yeah, Denmark are there. Netherlands, Croatia.
Netherlands have to have a much better tournament this year.
England and Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Netherlands have to really improve. That have they still got the same manager or did they got Van Gaal, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, Denmark aren't. Netherlands aren't having a good tournament then. We know the European teams. We know a lot of them. We know what they're about. But do you fancy England against the likes of the South American teams? Because I think they're the only other threats, aren't they? So how do you see if England were to get a Brazil, an Argentina, or a Uruguay? How do you think we'll handle those?
I think Uruguay will be beatable.
Yeah.
I think we'll
I think-
slap them.
I think Brazil is beatable as well, to be honest.
Brazil, it depends on who they bring in, because if they bring back Coutinho to that squad, which they did, and he's balling, then yeah, could be issues. Argentina have slowly improved their side with Romero, Rodrigo de Paul.
Argentina
Martinez.
are a good side. They're a good team.
I think we can get at them. It's just
Yeah.
about getting past Martinez shithousery. That's it.
Yeah. I was just about to say, I think the South American teams, because everyone talks about how do you get to a final. To get to a final, you're most likely going to face a lot of the European sides. So I think the semi-finals will be England, Germany. I'm gonna say Argentina, and I'm gonna say
Switzerland.
Spain. I think Switzerland will get to probably quarters or round of 16. I think that's how it will go. Or maybe in Italy under Mancini might shithouse it. But I do think I don't think England should be afraid. Surprise package outsiders for World Cup.
Oh, I think
Denmark. I'm gonna go Denmark.
we can't
I think-
say African teams yet because they need to play for the qualifiers.
I was just about to say, do we even know which African team's going to get through? I
Yeah.
think, maybe if Senegal get through, maybe. You've got a somewhat all right team, but Mane is all right. But
Now, Mane was Senegal's best player in that tournament. If you're watching for Senegal,
mate, he's against other African nations. I'm talking about if Senegal comes up against England.
Oh no, he
Right.
did well in the previous one.
Yeah, that's
Against
cute.
England, against this England, it'll be. I don't think
Gets put
Senegal
on
won't win.
toast.
No, he won't win because of the other attackers that can't finish. So he
Yeah. But I think I'm gonna go Denmark as my surprise package. What about you?
I'll go for my boy Switzerland.
Switzerland, not a bad shout. Mexico is Chris's surprise package.
Nah, not for me.
Morgan fan says USA. I think the USA have got big issues.
Canada as well.
Well, the reason I say USA have got a lot of issues is how they pick their squad and the amount of MLS talent they have to have in their squad. I think that will most likely cause them the issues. Actually, Qatar will win through dodgy referees' decisions. I wouldn't be surprised by that. But look, I'm quite excited for the World Cup.
Qatar will get a penalty for a foul in the halfway line.
Probably no in FIFA. But no, I'm sort of getting myself a little bit hyped up for the World Cup. Obviously, it's starting soon. It's gonna come round to us quite quickly. I think it is gonna come round to us quite quickly.
But it's gonna be so dead. Like we're gonna be like just partying it in the cold winter.
Mate, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird having the World Cup in November, December. Like I cannot tell you how weird that's gonna be. Like that's gonna be dodgy weird.
But it's good they're doing it in the winter time because in summer then these players will be like I don't think they will survive on the pitch.
Yeah, I think they'll die on the pitch most likely. But yeah, I think it is. I'm quite excited. I am quite excited. I'm slowly getting a bit hyped up. But...
Do you know who's not the surprise package? Turkey. We don't want to make the same mistake.
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can all agree. Turkey,
If I hear anyone go like say like for Mexico, they're hyping up Mexico like, oh trust me, Mexico and dark horses. I'm like, yeah man, I'm not believing you.
Morecambe fan says, I think if Iran could get quite far now. They look brilliant in the qualifiers. They'll check Asian qualifiers, top 2 qualify. Third goes to playoff versus 5th in South American qualifiers. Interesting.
Yeah, Sri Lanka minus 30 plus goals difference. Yeah,
Iran, yeah, maybe. I don't think it. I think when an Iran
were very unlucky in that last World Cup to get up the group stage. They were very unlucky.
But I think if Iran comes up against an England, a Germany, even I think Switzerland probably does a job to Iran. So yeah, I won't really judge teams by qualifiers because teams being crap in qualifiers don't do well in the tournament. Yeah, Chris, but Iran have looked brilliant for a while now. Even last World Cup, they were great. I told you so about Turkey at Euros being overrated.
They lost because they didn't start Kabak. I'm still holding that agenda.
They lost because they were shocking. Switzerland, Denmark are two main dark horses in my opinion. Yeah, I can't really think of anyone else off the top of my head that I would say are dark horses.
I think people are writing off Argentina too much.
I think people are writing off England too much, but we'll get into that one another time.
If Portugal get through, I think
fuck off.
No. Because it'd be Ronaldo's last one. And Brazil as well.
And we're watching Ronaldo in the Premier League. You think he's turning up? Don't be so silly. What they can't play the Republic of Ireland every World Cup game, mate. Gonna come up against a good side. The minute a Germany gets their hands on a Cristiano Ronaldo Portugal, they're out. Even England get their hands on Portuguese, Ronaldo, and I think they're gone.
Oh, we'll win that.
Yeah, so I'm not about to sit here and let you say, I think Ronaldo Portugal might. Don't give me that crap. They played Dallo at right back. What we've got to do is play Sterling.
Cancelo was injured for that tournament as well.
He's going to come up against what? Trent? I'd rest my case. Do I need to go get those stats back up?
Yeah, I think Brazil as well, because I heard Neymar. This could be Neymar's last tournament, so obviously they will like to perform at their last.
Well, I'm gonna give Brazil and Argentina respect, of course, but I hear that. Scotland, they've got to get through the qualifiers, haven't they?
Yeah, with Kieran Tierney, they're not doing it, and Scott McTominay.
I mean, who have they got in there?
That's Italy. I think Italy and Portugal. Wait, let me double check actually.
Bye-bye, Scotland. You're not coming to Qatar. Poor Scotland. Never turn up for me.
Let me check. Let's see. If it is, then they're screwed.
I think they're in the qualifiers, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in the qualifiers. I'm trying to see who they play. Oh no, I think they're Wales or no, where is it actually? Okay, they're confusing me.
Wales or Albania. I'm joking. No, we have Wales, Austria, Ukraine. Interesting. Now, who are your major flop predictions? In my opinion, two finalists last time will be Croatia, France as flops. Flops. I'm going to go France, and the other one, I'm going to surprise and say one of Italy or Portugal.
Yeah, Moldova, my bad. I thought it was. I double checked.
Yeah, one of Italy or Portugal, whichever one gets through.
Wait, what was the question?
Major flops. I've gone France and then Portugal or Italy.
I don't know why you said Croatia. They're not rated like that.
I don't think anyone rates Croatia anymore. Croatia only got through because of Mandzukic.
Oh, wait, to the World Cup final, yeah.
And and they had Modric, didn't they? But he's about 90 now, so
it's still balling. I think.
But I'm sure he is still balling, but he's 90.
Yeah, France is the major flops for me. They're not good. Another major flop.
Yeah.
If Italy go through, I'll say Italy.
France, Italy, major flops. Yeah, I hear that. Why has man got Booker T of AW's fee? It's fair. International football is not as exciting anymore. I'm actually disagree. I
think the World Cup, especially with
I think
the fans fully in stadiums now.
I think World Cups and Euros. I'm not gonna lie. I do get excited. I probably shouldn't. I'll probably get let down by England come semi-final day or final day. But I always get excited. It's a World Cup, isn't it? Imagine if the 1 year I'm like, I can't be bothered with this shit, and we go and win it. Like, nah, you got to get yourself hyped, deal with the disappointment, because it makes the success so much sweeter, doesn't it?
Well, I've been so stupid, mate. It's this team, you know.
Croatia are one of the most rated sides. I watched a load of World Cup content. They're not rated anymore, mate.
They have an agent squad.
Watch the Euros content, not the World Cup content. Watch the Euros content. No one was talking Croatia.
Their average is like 28 or 29. They have an old squad.
I, from now on, like to comment from a neutral perspective on games. It's much more easier and less stressful. I hear that.
I think Serbia could do something in the squad. Like, Serbia now's got some ballers. They got Vlahovic now in the squad. He's now balling out for Juventus. Milinkovic Savic. I've seen one of the best box-to-box players in box-to-box midfielders in the world. They got Grujic coming in. Tadic is still doing his thing. Yeah, they could surprise you. And Mitrovic as well. Mitrovic is a clutch player for them. Their attack is very good at midfield.
Morecambe fan says they are rated. I watched a load of World Cup. Right. Morecambe fan, trust I watch so much more than yous. Q, they're still not rated. But guys, we are going to wrap it up there, of course. It was actually quite nice talking about the World Cup. Getting quite excited for that. They got Matty.
Yeah, you don't play for them anymore.
Yeah, he retired, didn't he, from internationals. But look, we're going to wrap it up there. We'll be back tomorrow with the Formula One. Really excited about that. See a few surprises in there as well. A few surprises in there as well in terms of that. So make sure you give that a watch. It's at 9 p.m. tomorrow. But yeah, Valve, where can they find you?
Oh, thank you, Dylan. I know I'm sexy. Yeah.
Can they find you anywhere or?
You can find me at a house.
On social media?
Twitter, just search my name.
There you go, guys. Serbia got Laser Markovic to call up baller.
Markovic, no.
Markovic.
Do you know who he is now?
Not a clue,
He
mate.
used to be our player. He is so shit.
Oh, wow. Schumacher or Hamilton? We'll see. There might be a few surprises. Well, you know who's in 14th. We know who's in 14th, as I showed that earlier. Villeneuve is 14th, by the way, guys.
Come on, Lewis Verstappen, if he's playing.
Lewis Verstappen?
Max Verstappen.
What are you talking about?
I reckon I did too.
Lewis Verstappen. Markovic scored a brilliant volley, Valve. He's good. There you go. But on that note, guys, we are going to wrap it up. We'll be back tomorrow.
No, Chris. How dare you? Don't you dare put legend and Markovic in the same sentence.
We're going to wrap it up there. We'll be
I
back
think he's
tomorrow.
worse than Konchevsky. He's our worst player to have ever played for this club.
And on that note, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. Matty Cash, clear of everyone, including Lewis and Max. Okay. Max Hamilton. God, you lot are doing my head in. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Back tomorrow. Until then, guys, thanks for watching and peace out.
Bye.